Welcome, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the December 11th version of Wen Newsletter, the Stuff.io podcast that continuously makes fun of one of our coworkers. We still haven't changed the title.
No, we're gonna just stick with Wen Newsletter forever, I
think. Forever. We have an exciting show for you guys today as we have a live guest on with us. We have music artist MIE joining us here in just a couple minutes, and she actually has a release this week and next week that she is going to tell everybody all about. So this will be super fun. But how's life? How's everything?
Everything's great, crazy and busy.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
we are in the midst of many projects.
Many projects.
Many new things happening across the Stuff ecosystem.
Mm-hmm.
And we got some things to talk about later for sure.
We do. For everybody that's joining us on all of our 10 social media platforms live right now, hello. If you haven't joined us for Wen Newsletter ever, this is our live newsletter that we go out. But I am Sheila Dohmann. I am Chief Marketing Officer of Stuff.io. And
I am Jason Manske, Chief Operating Officer of Stuff.io. And we are here to keep you up to date on all things stuff. We have guests, a wonderful guest today. We have exciting tidbits of information, some vague teasers that allows people to just start the rumor mill, which is my favorite thing to watch.
Yep.
Should be a good one today.
Awesome. All right, let's dive in. We've got MIE waiting. Should we bring her in?
Let's bring her in.
All right.
It's the best part of the show, for sure.
It is. All right. Add to stage. Hello, MIE.
Hello. Hi, Sheila. Hi, Jason. How are you?
Good.
Wonderful.
Does it literally cut off both of our heads when we do this?
There we go.
Hey, technology is fun when you're a technology company. How are you? Where are you joining us from today?
I'm touchdown here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, my home base. So it's nice to be in my home studio. It's not as visually appealing as yours, but I figured nice and clean will do the trick. It's nice to be home.
I know somebody else from Milwaukee.
Yes. One of the reasons why I connected with me and Kola is I'm a Milwaukee native as well. And we got those 414 area codes. So we're legit on her. So, but yeah, it's a little colder up there.
It's not 262?
Sure. No, it's not 262. That's the rest of the state. That's all the posers. Milwaukee County is 414.
Yeah, we're the 414. We have 414 day in April. It's a good time.
Yeah.
But it is much colder up here. I assume in Texas you don't have about 10 to 12 inches of snow outside your windows right now.
Gross. No. 67 degrees outside. Yeah. And sunny.
Rub it in.
0 snow.
Yeah. No snow. It's like a national tragic day in Texas if it snows. Like everything shuts down. Everybody comes home from school.
If we did that, no one would go anywhere for months at a time. So
nobody would get an education in Wisconsin.
No, it'd be like everybody's on lockdown all the time.
It makes snow days very special though, because you're like, oh, this is a big one. So
it's enough snow to actually go home and go sledding.
Yeah. The worst is when it's like so cold that it can damage your skin if you step outside. You don't even get the snow. It's just cold. You can't leave the house.
Yeah, that's my entire family's from Wisconsin, for everybody who didn't know that. And if sometimes I pop into a Wisconsin accent, it's not just from being around Jason too much. And I remember we were, I don't know, like 10 years old. And as you guys know, there's the Olympic training for ice skating and all the ice rink for the Olympic sports in Milwaukee. And we thought we were going to be so cool and go to this rink. And you had to park so far away. And I think it was like -30 wind chill. And we got like half the way to the door. And my parents were like, nope. Like they're like, we're literally going to have damage to your face if we keep walking. So we turned around and we were very sad. I screamed a lot. because
Well, you have to come back, get some ice skating in. We have some really nice ice skating rink downtown. They light up all the Christmas trees around it. It's really cute.
Nice.
And there's a Starbucks right there too. So.
And there's
right next to the Christmas tree. How perfect.
It's all corporate sponsorship.
Yeah.
Peppermint mocha latte.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so besides being from Wisconsin, that's kind of the background on you. Tell us like your journey in music, how you came to be me, and just kind of that entire world that you want to bring people in when you start singing and songwriting.
Yeah, so I grew up on the stage. The first time I ever sang was solo and a cappella at 5 years old in front of the whole school for a talent show. And apparently I made everyone cry, and my parents went, yes. So they just threw me on stage after stage after stage. And then I was in choirs and guitar and piano lessons starting around like 7 or 8, and then dance lessons as well. I did a little bit of professional dancing as an adult too. So music has been really just the thing that keeps me sane and lets me express myself in healthy ways, and lets me connect with people. And so I grew up in a really Catholic family, and over the course of my life ended up having to find my own path away from them because we just didn't align in a lot of ways, and there was abuse that occurred and all of these things. And so I went from my human name of Maggie that was given to me to a chosen name of me. And a lot of people think it's really confusing. I think it's more taking out the egg from Maggie. That was initially what it was. I was like, I'm just me on stage, right? That's what I wanted to be. Then I was in an undergrad class for I think it was like meteorology. And my professor started talking about the phenomena of light scattering through water particles in the sky. And then he said me scattering, spelled the same, MIE. Blew my mind. I was like, are you serious? So I started to dig in more, and sure enough, it's a German last name, Gustav Mie. And he coined the term of me scattering because it's how light, like the reason clouds are white and mist is hazy is because the light will go into medium-sized particles and then disperse in all different directions. And I was like, that's really perfect, because that's what I want to do with my music and my art, and anything that I can do to bring into this world is to bring in, whether it's pain or, enlightenment from that pain or whatever it might be, and be able to shine that light in all different directions. So.
I love it. Yeah. Disperse into all of us and all of our worlds.
Yeah. I hope so.
Cool. I love it. And so tell people a little bit about your music if they haven't heard, which they will this week as they go and buy your music video and your album next week. But yeah, should they expect a certain sound, or do you like to mix things up?
Yeah, that's a great question. I tend to lean towards some of my ADHD tendencies of not picking a genre, and I can't stick to one. But I feel like one genre just doesn't really showcase what's in here. There's too much going on. So it is multi-genre, but I kind of call it electro folk. I like the lyrical components of folk songwriting with electronic elements baked in there to make it exciting and different. And so in this EP, The Cave, it's really cool because it starts with like kind of this like sassy pop song that's inspired by like Chappell Roan, and then it goes into a more chamber piece inspired by Hozier and like Teddy Swims, and then into a Hayley Williams Paramore, which is Freak Show. That's the and like Lady Gaga. I feel like that's the combination of those two, and that's the music video that'll be coming out, and then into more of like these opening. Like the more of the folk at the end, where it's like the redemption and the moving forward. So it is a journey, both lyrically and genre-ically. So
we're a fan of making up words
here. Yeah, we do often. Speaking of making up words, do you write everything yourself?
I do. I have a hard time like I've been to Nashville songwriting retreats where I've worked with other songwriters and we've co-wrote songs and stuff like that. But I have a really hard time with diving deep into something I haven't written myself. Maybe that's an ego thing. Maybe it's just I have a harder time connecting with that material. Like covers have always been kind of hard for me to do. I enjoy it. It's fun, but it's not as, authentic to who I feel I am. So.
Nice. And then does like your partner Cola help you produce? Do you have producing other partners at studio that you work with? Like how does it all come together into a master?
So that it's really fun because Freak Show specifically is something I started producing like 4 years ago, just using Logic on my laptop. I ended up getting a tech degree after my bachelor's in vocal performance in audio production because I didn't want to depend on anyone or rely on anybody else. So I had fun with production, but with the busyness of life and more excuses that I can come up with, I've leaned on an awesome producer who actually taught me in school. And so his name is Kyle White. He's at Wire and Vice. He's worked with Rihanna. He's worked with a bunch of cool people when they've come through Milwaukee. And he's a great producer and a great person. I really like working with him. We have a lot of synergy. He gets it. So it was cool to be able to, each of the tracks was created differently. Some I came with him with like lyrics and melody where I'm like, here's what I have, and here are the reference tracks I'm thinking of, can you bring those to life? And then he comes back and it's like, all right, great, done. And then there's other where it's like, here's Freak Show where I've worked really hard on it. Here are the things that I really care about, but I can't play, electric guitar and drums like you can you fill in those pieces and then fill out the chorus and stuff like that. So it was cool. And then there was one other song called Dead End on the track where he helped me build out the base of the song, and then I went and wrote over the top of it. So normally I would write with the lyrics first and lead with that, but then this was the opposite. And so it was cool to try all of those different techniques in this.
Yeah. Very fun.
Awesome. Well, changing gears a little bit, kind of how you came into our lives. And the great thing about artists that are familiar with blockchain is that we can really dive into the fun part of it. But you're very involved in blockchain and crypto, especially in Wisconsin, kind of traveling the US and things like that. Can you tell us a little bit about your blockchain story and your journey, how you got introduced to it, and then just share a little bit how you're involved, because you're involved in a couple of amazing organizations. Yeah,
absolutely. So I began as a normie who didn't know much and was under the guise of anyone who's involved is a crypto bro and that's it. And so I was very like out of touch, I had no idea. And then through my creativity and curiosity, Kala would talk a lot about crypto and he would talk a lot about Cardano specifically. And I'm like, okay, it's a little bit of like exposure. And then we went to Ethereum Chicago's event years ago. It was in the Willis Tower in Chicago, and it was like cool because it was this like just kind of swanky event and this cool tower up. You could see the skyline, it was all that. But what really intrigued me was when I started to hear these creators talking about art on chain and what it means for creatives to have this technology in their back pocket as opposed to depending on other, black box solutions. And that's when the light bulb went off and I said, oh, this actually applies to me. And then after that, it was, oh, this actually applies to everybody and everything. And then I looked around in Wisconsin because we do have a really fruitful independent music scene here. So I looked around and I was like, who's doing this? Who cares? Like, who knows about this? And really not many do. There's a decent amount of community that's building now, not particularly in music, but just blockchain in general. And so after looking around and then talking with Kala too, it was like, okay, what are we going to do? We see this fertile ground of these really creative and really entrepreneurial people who would benefit from this technology. They just don't know what it is. And they're under the same premises that I understanding that I was before of just, it's crypto bro. It's, just people who want to, pull the rug on other people and just make money and, not care. And we were like, well, let's just start with advocating for the tech because we have no legislation and like actually solidified within our state. So we knew we had to proceed by advocating at a legislative level, but then also activating the communities that exist and then informing other people, specifically musicians. And so through our work, Kala is the Wisconsin chapter Stand with Crypto president, and then I'm the Wisconsin Blockchain Business Council president. And so through that, we're able to accomplish both of those things: the community activation, getting people to understand, bringing like exposing people to it in like a friendly way where it's not, here's this tech layer that we can give you all this deep engineering development understanding that, I don't have. So I can't speak on that. Kala can for sure. But I think it's more about exposing people in a friendlier, softer, digestible way. And music is a really easy way to do that. I've had a lot of people go, oh, that's wait, really? And you're like, yeah. Especially legislators. A lot of the time when I tell them, that it's music and that this is the only blockchain technology, Web3, these spaces are the only thing that give me hope within the musical industry. They sit back, and that's what kind of takes them back, as opposed to, other discourse and conversation. We've been in DC, we've been in, our capital of Madison, Wisconsin, talking with these legislators, and music seems to really hit home, because who doesn't love music and who doesn't love their favorite artists? So when we can explain to people that, as you guys know, this technology allows for musicians to create a foundation for themselves and a direct relationship with their fans. It's not reliant on like stream chasing and all of these other things that don't really benefit the artist. It's just a constant survival state. Then ears perk up and people listen and they care. A lot of people are under the guise that Spotify is the way to support their favorite artists. And unless, your favorite artist is a Rihanna or a Taylor Swift, it doesn't even really benefit them that much, but they have a closer relationship with their labels who are lobbying for Spotify or actually owners of the company. So then it's going to benefit them. But any of your independent musicians, anybody that you're like, I really believe in this person, I really think that they're making art that the world needs to hear more of, Spotify is not the way. So I hope that was a very broad.
That was wonderful. And, I think like, you touched on the point of just connecting with fans and not having, because we're all music fans here. And it's really for us is we want musicians and other artists and creators to create more great work, right? I don't want a musician to have to spend 8 hours a day on social media in order to pay the electric bill this month,
Yeah.
So it's for me, that always hits home, is that's sort of the universal need, is to, if you look at the history of the world, some of the greatest points in history, it has been when the rest of us have supported artists, right? No matter if that's a writer, if that's a traditional artist, painter, like that's when the most comes out of humanity, and when we support those artists.
Yeah.
100%. I was just having a conversation, I think yesterday or the day before, about how I think some of the degradation of society as we know it is, there's commercialization and capitalization that's causing for mass production of things, and then AI comes in and we're getting, mass produced music that's AI and not, it's artificial. There's so much artificial within our society right now, but it's also that we're not getting direct investment into the arts and creators who can spend their resources on that art instead of the survival state. And the social media component to it is devastating as an artist, because it's already hard enough to create art and then share it. It's another thing to now have to go on socials that are a black box algorithm that you can't control, and you have to pay additional for visibility and for followers and for whatever else you may have to pay for in order to just get your art in front of some people. But there's no guarantee it's the right audience. And with social media significantly reducing people's attention spans, it's hard to get people to engage with your art through social media. It feels like a means to an end that is soul sucking as an artist. You're like, I don't want to have to see comments. I don't want to see people's reviews when they know nothing about the process or what this art means. There's so many parts of it that feels really poisonous to creativity. And I think that because of platforms like yours, that people are going there to discover and connect with real people creating real work, that allows for social media to sooner or later become obsolete. I think so many people don't want to have to depend on it, especially as artists. And I would give anything to never have to go on social media again. Personally, it's just something that takes up way too much of my time. And as an artist, I don't want to have to worry about metrics, and I don't want to have to worry about engagement. I want to worry about my art. And I know a lot of artists feel that way. And the people who can tap out of social media have enough funds and a label of people, but that doesn't necessarily mean they have the funds if you have a label. A lot of the time that means you're, indebted to them. And so you become a commodity and objectified for them to sell as well. So that's a whole other part of this. So maintaining sovereignty through blockchain and putting your art, that's what we want. We want real art. I think most people want real art, unless you really enjoy elevator music. Many people do. Yeah. But I think that's the piece of it, is the humanity. And blockchain allows to keep those checks and balances in place when it comes to AI, when it comes to these mass produced art of all kinds. You
know where it comes. You know where it comes from. So there's no question of getting wool pulled over your eyes. It's like, no, we see where it came from. Like, it was minted from here. So,
and you know who owns it.
Yes. Yes.
You know who owns it, and you know where your money's going when you buy it. Like, I last year bought some vinyl and a sweatshirt for Teddy Swims, and all I kept thinking was I so love him, but I know there's no way that this is supporting him. This is supporting his label. Like, it breaks my heart to invest in that way, but it's like, I want my Teddy Swims sweatshirt. Right. I want the vinyl. I want that thing. So it's like bringing it to chain and bringing it to platforms like stuff.io and book.io, like being able to have something tangible. Because then I think what's cool is the digital collectibles and the limited editions and the different token gating that can happen when people collect. And then you incentivize more of that deeper relationship with fans. That's really cool stuff to me.
Yeah, absolutely. Should we dive into what you're gonna release?
Sure.
I mean, I can even pull up a little preview if we want to show
Sure.
a preview. Then we can discuss it from there.
Written in the stars, like a birthmark that turned into a star. Come on and go beneath the high wire and watch me fall.
Yeah.
Okay, you got to tell us all about this. Okay, we see a lot of stuff.
Yes, it was literally.
This is amazing.
You sent the email with the video, and it was. I heard this is dope, and somebody put it in Slack. This is dope, and somebody else was like, "Did you watch it? It was dope." So, really great video. Absolutely attention grabbing and amazing.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So obviously, high quality production. Can we get some kind of behind the scenes fun stories, walkthroughs of what went on actually shooting a real music video, but not even just shooting it, but with live snakes? So yeah, add in that.
Yes. So Freak Show, the whole concept, the cover art, everything is about facing my fear. So I have an inversion fear. I don't like to have my head beneath my body. It freaks me out, always has. When I was in dance, I could never do anything like that because I was always scared. So I was like, well, what better way than to face that head on? It's also, if you know tarot cards at all, the Hanged Man, it's basically about surrendering to the position that you're in and learning from it and accepting. So it was very fitting. That's what Freak Show is all about. And so I used an aerial rig that I got and then later returned on Amazon. And I put a little ballerina outfit on and I started practicing to hang upside down in the hangman position. And then I said, okay, well, this doesn't seem like cool enough. What else am I afraid of? And in the Hanged Man card is a couple of snakes because they are the symbol for enlightenment, Kundalini, things like that.
Okay.
And I was like, oh no, like, and
Oh, no.
and he's like, you gotta do the snakes. And I'm like, I can't do the snakes, man. Like, I was terrified to the point where I reached out to a friend who's like a reptile influencer. So she's got like that, like tens of thousands of followers because she knows all about these.
That was a title in life. Okay.
Super cool. She's super
Yeah.
nice. And I'm like, hey, you know, I need a snake for a photo shoot and maybe a video shoot. You know, do you have any in hand, or do you know somebody that I could talk to?
Nice.
Yeah, that are nice. That will be nice to me. And she pointed me to WPS Reptiles, Bill Stewart, in Kenosha, Wisconsin here.
I know.
And so I reached out to him and he's like, hell yeah. Like, I've never really been in a music video, but I'm down. Like, we'd be happy to assist with the snake handling and, you know, be a part of that. We mostly just go to daycares and like schools with kindergartners and little kids. So I'm like, okay. And Culla's like, Maggie, or me, pardon me. Culla's like, these snakes have been with like 5-year-olds, and the 5-year-olds hold them and touch them and love them. Like, you're fine. And I'm like, I don't know if I can do this. And so Bill suggested that we go meet him and the other snakes that would likely be in the music video, and like before the photo shoot. And Culla's like, that's a good idea. So we go down and meet up, and it took me 2 hours to touch the snake. There's a couple of videos somewhere on X, I'm sure, of me like really, really trying. Like, I would go into pet and then, you know, so it took 2 hours for me to even touch the tail of the snake Sparkles, who ends up being
Name.
Yes.
Now I understand
Yes.
your hesitation.
She's fierce. She's super sweet. And I had done a lot of YouTube research looking at people being like, how do you get over your snake fear and like let them like hold them? And essentially they just think of you as a big warm tree. I'm like, okay, I can be a big warm tree as long as you don't move too fast or anything like that. And if they're fed, it's fine. And these, you know, these snakes are all well adjusted and well domesticated. So Bill comes and he brings Sparkles, who's a 6-foot boa constrictor, and then Ramses, who is a 8-foot ball python. We didn't end up working with Ramses. I was a little too scared, like afraid of the 8-foot. He's huge. I couldn't hold him. I couldn't touch him. I'm like, there's no way if I'm already hanging upside down that I can, because the snake's wrapped around, you know, Sparkles was around my leg, and I have to hold it up in air. And honestly, it's super hard. I didn't realize how hard it was going to be to hold that position for so long, upside down, with a snake on it. So it's added like 30 pounds to my leg. So then, you know, photo shoot gets over with. It's like, wow, okay, I feel a lot more comfortable. Did some more poses with Sparkles. And then day comes for the video shoot, and he brought 3 more snakes. We got Sparkles, I think, Pecan, 2 other, Hazel, and then Piper. Those are ball pythons.
Okay.
Who are all on the table. In that scene where I'm holding Sparkle's head. So Sparkle's boa constrictors are on my neck, and the ball pythons are on the table. And I was terrified, but it was good scared. And there was a moment, like when I started to hold her head, right in that frame actually, is when I locked in that scene. I was having a hard time kind of really being there. But she started to like go towards the table. So I just grabbed her, which I hadn't done ever. I just was used to, you know, the handlers handling her, but I grabbed her to point her at the camera and just started working with her. And I locked in and was able to really commit to the scene. So it turned out crazy cool, way, way cooler than I thought it would. It was like that moment where, you know, you're so present that I feel like I have this connection with Sparkles. I miss her sometimes. I'm like, I think I could get a snake now, but only if it's Sparkles. She's great. So, and it was really fun. The Wes Tank is the director of the music video. So I came to him with all my visuals and the ideas that I wanted for the story arc. It's about performance abuse, being thrown on stage and not really having agency for yourself. And then basically being people's entertainment. You know, your pain and your freak is people's entertainment. And I came to him with this idea. He was awesome. We had 2 full days of shooting. One was in an alley in Milwaukee and walking around the streets, and then the other was in the studio with, you know, the inversion and the snakes and the mystic scene and all of that. So he was really afraid of the snakes, but he pulled through. He did a great job despite his fear as well. I'm like, you're cool. And he's like, I'm gonna be cool as long as they don't get close to me. So it was really fun. There was a moment where one of the snakes on the table started to come onto my lap, and I like jumped, and it was a whole thing. There's candles. I had to be very careful.
Started.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. But it turned out awesome, and it turned out way better than I ever thought it would. And I saw it all in my head, and it ended up being amazing. The parts where I'm tied up in that marionette scene with the ballerina outfit on, we were actually tied to I was actually tied. My limbs and neck and one of my feet, my ankles were tied up to the ceiling. And at one point I was up on point, because I did point for a long time, the ballet. And apparently it's a lot harder to stand in that position for that long. And I did end up falling. So it like pulled things down, and it was a whole thing. So that's somewhere in behind the scenes footage. But I got the shot. We got what we needed. That's what matters. So it was really a cool experience. It's the first music video I've ever done for myself and my music. I've been in other people's music videos, but not my own. So being able to work with people that really cared about the work that I was doing and really listened to me and what I cared about for how it turned out was a surreal experience. It makes me just more excited to make more art. And I'm so excited to share it with people, because I think a lot of people wouldn't expect that type of a music video to come from me.
Well, it's not just your first music video, it's our first music
True.
video. So,
I know, I saw that.
Su-
I'm honored. That's so cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, super exciting. I mean, we've had people tease so much that, oh, I'll also provide a video and stuff, and they never do. And so like, you led with one. We're like, yeah,
you beat Snoop Dogg.
You did.
You beat Snoop Dogg.
Yeah. Yeah, you did.
So yeah, I mean, it is a great experience to watch the music video. The song is awesome. It is extremely entertaining, and we're very, very excited to drop it this week.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, as a matter of fact. I don't know what day it is.
Don't ask. It's been Friday for like 6 days here. So
No kidding. The 12th.
Yes.
yes,
12.
it's 12.
So Freak Show drops tomorrow. It'll be live at 6 a.m. Central. We're gonna go Central because
Nice.
it's the only time zone that matters.
Exactly.
There's only 150 of them,
Yeah.
so extremely limited. It is $19.99 USD, unless you have a Gutenberg Bible or About Stuff Episode 0,
Nice.
or Kala's last album, which
Nice.
you actually to this point could only get it at Rare Evo. So
Oh,
it's an extremely limited edition as
that
well.
is super
And that takes it down to $14.99. With a little teaser, since you have something else coming out next week,
yeah.
I do.
which is the full album.
Yeah.
Yes.
And,
And it's the only place that you can hear it.
Yeah, okay, so this is like no streaming, no other platforms. This is a Stuff.io exclusive.
This
That's
is
awesome.
this release is. I'm really excited, and I'm really scared, because that means I don't have control of it anymore. It has to be, go fly little art project I spent so much time and energy on, and heart and soul and tears and sweat and all that goes into it. So I really hope that people enjoy it as much as I enjoyed the process of creating it. It means a lot to me. There's a lot of processing that I did through that album. And you might be able to hear it in things like Dead End and Freak Shows, where the rage kind of comes out. And so it's all different genres, like I said earlier, but it's got a lot. The premise is about, if you know the deity Hecate and Persephone.
yeah.
Persephone was really, in Greek mythology, she was abandoned after being assaulted. And so she's crying and crying for help. And the only thing that comes to help her is Hecate. And Hecate is known as the guiding light, or the lantern through the unknown and the underworld and the crossroads. So like when you don't know where you're going or what's next or how to get to where you want to go, Hecate is the one who can, like the archetype that will help guide you through that. And the cave is the process of going through that underworld and going through the dark to come out the other end, having found that enlightenment through those lessons. So the hangman of the surrender and embracing what you're going through, to then coming out the other side of finding the light that you needed and had all along. It was just buried, deep in that cave that we all have, right? Like there's so much we don't want to look at, the shadow, the stuff that we don't want to pay attention to or think about because we don't have time and we don't have energy and we're just tired. Once you do, and once you go through it, which I really did through the creation of this EP, you come out the other side and you find that everything that you went through is exactly as it was meant to, and everything you're going through is exactly as it is meant to be, and you're going to be exactly where you are. And it all sounds super woo-woo and floofy, but it's true when you sit with yourself and you feel it. You can feel the way that things settle, and you find that peace, and then you just trust the path. And now this path is, from trusting mine and going through my cave, it's like now I'm traveling the world advocating for creative technologies that empower musicians to be independent and sovereign. And that's all I've ever wanted to do. That's all I ever cared about. And being able to do it now through directly facing my fears is like full circle, makes my heart so full and warm. And I hope that people can feel that and hear that and see that through this project. I hope that they can feel like they're less alone. First of all, that's an important thing. I think, especially since the pandemic, we've all felt a little like disconnected still. I don't know if we've ever kind of come back from that. And so I hope that people can feel that they're not alone. But also that, I'm here to open doors, not just walk through them. Like for me, I want to be able to shine my lantern, and through the pain and the trauma and the transmutation of that trauma, I want to use that to shine my light, so that me scattering, I can light up in all directions and let other people find their way too, and inspire people to make more music and art, because that's what the world needs.
Yeah.
Authentically be yourself, make your art, share it on platforms like Stuff, and find fans that resonate with you and what you care about and your story, because that means they have someone out there that gets them. And that's it. That's the most important thing to me.
Yeah, you're turning your whole journey of your therapy into therapy for others. So I think that's like the coolest thing that you could do with trauma and getting over things from our childhood. It's like now you're not just saying, oh, I'm healed. It's like, no, I created this gift to help others. And that's really cool. And it's through really awesome art. So
thank you.
Yeah. Very excited. So the album is next week.
It is next week.
Yes.
There's also the premiere edition of the album. It's only $150.
Okay.
You get, wait for it, with the music video. If you own the music video, you get half off on the album.
It's a fantastic deal.
That's the only way to get a discount on the album, is to have the music video.
Okay.
Mostly because I want to force people to buy the music video, because it's awesome.
But it's
amazing. So it's absolutely phenomenal. We actually have a lot of behind the scenes photos and some different videos and stuff like that. Cool. So I don't know, maybe, down the road, maybe do a little airdrop or something.
Might be some bonuses for owning these 2 mints. That would be super fun.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool footage in there too. So
absolutely.
Sounds like a cool process of and so many years too. So it's like there's enough to capture in those making of, for sure. All right. final words. Like you've pulled in a huge community here. Our numbers have about doubled since we went live. So you're definitely touching people's hearts out there. And just any final words to anybody who's new to me and is gonna experience me for the first time?
I would have to say that I hope that you see that I'm using my voice for social and musical integrity. So for me, it's when I'm speaking, it's not for gain in any other way than what it is that I see the world needs. And I hope that you use your voice for the same. I hope that you can find that voice in whatever medium you need, whether it's painting, drawing, writing, singing, dancing, rollerblading, whatever it is that you feel called to do, please do more of it because the world needs you to do that. It makes us more human. Go to therapy. I know that's going to sound silly, but you can't do it alone. And when you find the right person to help you find yourself underneath everything, you get to be more you with the world. And that's what we need. Thank you for listening. Thank you for buying Freak Show and buying The Cave. And I hope that you listen to it as much as I have and that you love it as much as I do.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, MIE. Always incredible energy. You're honestly one of the nicest people in the world. And you just, we've gotten to meet several times in person at Rare Evo in Dallas. Like, it's just always a pleasure to hang out with you and Culla and learn more, not only about crypto, but just to hear your insight about life and your journey. And it's always great to catch up.
Yeah, it's so nice to catch up with you too.
You give us faith for humanity. That's for sure. That there's people out there that are using their art for good to help others. So thank you, and thanks for the exclusive Stuff.io releases. Like, this is very exciting. And so yeah, everybody go and check out everything on New Stuff Friday, which goes live at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, December 12th.
Central Time.
7 a.m. Eastern. Noon UTC, I guess it would be. But yeah, everything's going live at that time at 6 a.m. And yeah, her music video is available this week, and her exclusive EP will be available next week, next Friday. So yeah, just in time for Christmas.
Yes.
So get it for Christmas gifts as well. All right. Thank you, MIE, so much. We appreciate you joining us.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye too. Yay, our first live guest.
Yes. And wonderful. And that wasn't just talking up a guest. Like,
No.
She is such an amazing person. She's so kind and someone you just want to talk to and grab a cup of coffee with, because she's just so much energy and uplifts your spirit.
It's true. Her and her partner Cola, who go by his album. Do we have it on?
It is not live yet.
Oh,
so we
never mind.
are going to release it.
He releases his album, go by his album as well. But they are actually touring with the Rare Network, is what they are calling the group that actually runs Rare Evo, if you've been to that conference. But they now are going to, I think, 12 different conferences over the next year. And those two are kind of the proper Rare Network documentarians.
Post/production /
they do all the things. So they kind of will bring all those events for everybody to experience. So if you can't get to Singapore and Hong Kong and Berlin and I think DC and some other Vegas, they've got quite the lineup. So go follow Rare Network and make sure you catch all of their videos and journalistic expertise of capturing those events. So fun stuff. All right, what else we got this week?
Well, in terms of new releases, let's go through the new stuff Friday.
All right.
So obviously we have Freak Show.
Freak Show.
The first music video from Stuff.io.
The very first on Stuff.io.
Hopefully we can turn more things into songs. Welcome to the musical.
Yes, the
edition of
musical
Newsletter.
version has now begun.
We have a album,
Yes.
12 Cantos of the Unmaking, subtitle Requiem for the Last Human Breath, and that is a 13-track album.
It does. I have some samples.
Oh, let's hear them.
Want to rot some samples?
Paper clips. It folds the planet into origami chains, and humanity is the crease that disappears. Above the rooftops, iron widows spin.
A single breath of polished chrome. The room was quiet, champagne warm.
So, like,
A mind awakens, not born of blood, but of boundless code. Its cradle, a single directive, etched in the language.
so yeah, I was gonna say you wanted.
This is very specifically in the description. It says these are not songs.
Yeah.
They are autopsy reports sung in the key of inevitability.
Mm.
It's deep.
It is deep. It was. I actually listened to the whole album yesterday when I was making samples and stuff, and it was fantastic. It was, and they actually say like you'll listen once and kind of get the story, and listen again and like actually dive deep into these characters. So it's almost like a musical movie in your mind. So it's really neat.
Awesome. And that one will be live at 6 a.m.
6 a.m.
Central
as well. Yep.
time, 7 a.m. Eastern time.
Yes.
We also have a song market cap release. La Petite Ada NFT song. La Petite Ada, for those of you that may not know, most people know, La Petite is a influencer on Cardano. She is very, very active in the community and has done a lot towards spreading the word of Cardano and crypto in general. And this is a ode to La Petite Ada. So let's you got a sample pulled up?
I do.
Let's do it. Let's hear it.
Across the land, then takes a flight into the night. For Cardinal, she arrives with light. In toxic waves that pull us down.
Sorry, getting a little house music at the end. I think that's gonna be might be a little fun to dance to.
Little jam.
Yeah.
That is from Song Market Cap, and that is at the 2 p.m. Central time
Yes.
slot, as usual, for Song Market Cap jury and his crew of awesome followers. That there's only 300 of
Only
those.
300.
So awesome. I do like the artwork as well.
Mhm.
Symbol. AI La
Very
Petite.
cute.
So those are the 3 releases this week.
Yeah.
And mostly we're just gearing up for next week as well.
Gonna have a big Christmas week.
It's gonna be a big week next week.
Yep. Big Christmas week.
There's something from a major artist coming out,
Oh,
and it'll be a little different. It'll be a little different. Be pretty cool. It'll be very collectible.
Oh.
It'll be a video.
okay. Nice.
Not a music video.
Oh, okay.
So actually, at this point, Sheila has no idea what I'm talking about, or she's like, "Why
I
have the
do.
plans changed again?"
That's actually what I was thinking. I was like, oh, okay.
So so big stuff hopefully coming next week. We gotta hammer some stuff out for that release.
That's what I was more
Yes.
surprised about. Yep.
We'll talk about it off camera and we'll figure that out. And then we have The Cave, which is Mie's
Yes.
EP, which I have been very specifically holding off on listening to the tracks until I'm able to buy it. So I've been a
Ooh,
very
that's
good person about that.
that is for somebody
It's
who
almost-
has the actual files like sent to him.
It's-
Like that's
It's Christmas, so I don't want Santa to be mad at me. Now.
elves do watch you at work, so
It's kind of creepy.
it's true.
And by elves, do you mean Ben?
He's kind of big for an elf.
That'd be a large elf.
His could be an elf,
That's a tall elf.
a tall
too.
elf, but he at least looks like the elf on the shelf. We could just
All right. So we're gonna dress
that's it.
Philip up as an elf,
Yeah.
and we're gonna throw him on a shelf somewhere. in the office.
Yes, stay tuned for this photo at some point on our our on our socials.
Oh, that's a bad mental image. Yeah. So other than Philip being an elf, we did the Bill sweepstakes poll yesterday.
We did. We got 4 winners out of the 55,500,000 plus entries. So that was a fun spreadsheet for Jason to look at very quickly when we called out the winners. But yeah, a good variety of people. You sent them something in their
I will be
account.
sending them something
Yes,
in their account.
that's what I meant.
So I will be sending a special asset to those 4 individuals.
Individuals.
It's getting late in the show.
It is. Okay, so if I happen to be, I'm talking hypothetically. If
Yes.
somebody happens to be one of those winners, what do they do? Do they go and look in a specific place? Like, how do they know?
You jump up and down.
Okay.
And you say, I've won.
Click your heels.
And
through
that's it.
Okay.
So essentially what's going to happen is I'm going to send a unique asset to all 4 of the wallets. Because luckily enough, it was, people that actually had owned it. So it's a little easier for us to send verification. I'll then probably on social media, we'll just drop the last 4 of the wallet addresses or the last 5 of the wallet addresses for all the winners. That way you don't have to all go look at your wallets. I know the community loves it when I give them puzzles and things like that they have to go and look for. But we'll announce like the last 4 or the last 5 of the wallet. If it happens to match your wallet, it's easier to go look and it'll narrow it down quite a bit. Hopefully it's only, it's people. And then they'll be able to go and they'll be able to see something real crazy in their wallet.
Whoa, real
crazy. It'll stand out.
Whoa.
Just going to just drop a book in there with Ben's face.
That's not real crazy. That's real scary.
Inside the book is going to be a code and you're going to, an email address.
Okay.
And you're going to email that code to me. And then I will know that you're the winner.
Nice. All right.
So yeah, I expect to get those out tomorrow afternoon.
Okay.
It was a busy day.
Well, and it's been like 87 Fridays in this week. It's just, it's insane.
And you weren't in the office, so
I wasn't.
Winston needed attention.
He probably came and begged for attention from you. Yeah. Winston's my dog. If you guys have not heard of our office dog, he's my dog who comes to work every day. So
you can actually go to book.io and go to the team section or about us, and you can see Winston. He's a chief office dog. So
yes, chief office dog. He does rank above Pez, who is going to be our office elf. I still haven't seen any comments from Philip, so
I don't think he's
clearly is not angry about being the designated elf for this. I mean, the McKinney downtown Christmas parades this weekend. It's just perfect timing. He should, even if he sat in the window while the parade went by. Amazing. Okay, way too many good.
Pez on a shelf. There's got to be some other rhyme out there for Pez or Philip. That's like Pez on a, I don't know. It'll come to me later.
Yeah. If you have a
go down a rabbit hole on that one, that might not be good. So we'll let that be.
Yeah. Go follow us on Instagram and TikTok.
We're wrapping up.
Unless you got more stuff.
I was gonna ask you if you had more stuff.
Oh, I was gonna say, tomorrow in calendars, no matter if you have any festive celebrations at the end of your Gregorian calendar year, is technically 12 days before Christmas. So maybe there might be something on social media. So just go and watch, go and follow us on Instagram and TikTok, and maybe might be a little contest or something.
Do I need to put on my special sport jacket?
Yes. Yes, please do.
Just tell me that I need to be here and put on the special sport jacket.
Yeah. just for funsies.
Just for funsies?
Yeah.
No wheels involved?
We could.
No.
We could throw it on the
then
wheel.
I don't need to then.
We could throw it on the
And
wheel.
then we're good. We don't need to.
Yeah.
Sorry, I brought it up. Looks like Ada Bookworm dropped in.
She did.
She said, "Caught you guys live.
Live.
Love Ada Bookworm."
Yeah, we're
Speaking
getting.
of that, we need Ada Bookworm's book. That's
Oh,
on me. That's on me.
Oh.
Right now, she's thinking, "Oh, I caught him live. I'm going to email him and be like, win
yeah. Win
my
book.
book."
Win my book. I like it.
Alex said, Cardano War Room sold out. What
Yep.
a comeback.
Yeah. Yeah.
There was a little bit of a mint snafu during that, but then it came back and got sold out, which is awesome.
That is
Appreciate
super
Alex.
awesome.
Song Market Caps community is always showing up.
They're fantastic.
Always showing up.
Always here supporting. We
Um,
appreciate them extremely.
yeah. As you were saying, follow us on social. Sorry.
Yeah, go follow us on socials. Our social media does lead you to places. It's not just advertisement. So, but yeah, we always preview anything that's up for New Stuff Friday. But yeah, tomorrow is happens to be the start of 12 Days of Christmas. No matter if you celebrate it or not, we might.
Math.
You didn't even figure out what I was alluding
Oh
to.
man. Crushing my soul right now.
Oh.
Now I know what day it is.
December 11th.
Now we actually, Manske claws could come out at any
You
time.
You could. Gotta find the box that's
Yeah, we're.
it was underneath my desk for like a solid 11 months. And I was like, what is this?
Also, you're telling me it's 12 days to Christmas.
Yes, that was the whole point of me saying.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Also, very fast month. Like, where did that go? Very fast year. Where did it all
The
go?
first day of Hanukkah is Monday.
Nice. So it's three days before Hanukkah. There's lots of people running around getting gifts right now. People. Can't talk.
All right.
My lips are very dry. They're sticking together. All right. I don't know. Do we have other things? Do we have other fun stuff?
I think that's it for this week.
Okay.
We've got lots of stuff to get ready for tomorrow.
We do? I mean, people have to look for pictures of Pez on a shelf.
If you can find Pez on a shelf.
Oh, maybe that's the concept.
Maybe we should take a picture of him.
Yeah.
And do like a Where's Waldo
Yeah,
style,
I
and
like
just
it.
like put him somewhere. And
I like it.
I like it. We can definitely do this, and we don't even need him. We'll just make him an AI.
Yeah, let's make an AI Pez. Yeah. Less offensive that way. Anyway, we love our coworkers. Okay, well, everyone have a wonderful Thursday. Tiny little announcement is I kind of realized it was a little dumb that I was sending out the email 6 hours before we went live. So once you are reading the email, I want it to be live that you can click on and purchase immediately when you go, yo, that sounds cool. So our sales newsletter will be hitting your inboxes at exactly 6 a.m. Central Time, noon UTC tomorrow morning. So look for that. I'll have all the direct links for you to purchase Mie's awesome music video, along with the other song Market Cap and the I'm losing all my notes now. I made the whole thing. The 12 Countess of Unmaking album, which is 13 songs. It's a really good deal to get that entire album. So make sure you grab everything on the New Stuff Friday, and we will see you guys next week. We'll have another live guest. Power Takeoff, the band, will be joining us live. Another They're Wisconsin band. What is up?
They heard about me working here, and they decided that
It's like a Wisconsin mutiny. I don't know. I gotta look into who's booking these. Oh wait, it's me.
yes.
It's me.
P.S. I'm making Pez on a shelf.
You really are. This is a live creation of making.
All right. Well, I'll throw it on a social when I'm done here, because it's gonna
Excellent.
It's gonna go downhill rapidly.
All right. Thank you guys. See you next
Bye, everyone.
week.
Thank you.